Hello guys, welcome back to a video on the channel. Today I'm here for match week 30 predictions in the Premier League. So on screen now will be my prediction score, 190. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. This week we've got some thrilling games and some really important games as well to go over. So if you go on to enjoy the video, please drop a like and subscribe. And tomorrow, if you're lucky, I might even be doing a live watch along, start to bring them back, maybe bring a little bit of what I used to do on the channel back again to give it a bit more lift really, because recently numbers have been quite disappointing ultimately and I want to fix that. So hopefully you all enjoy the video, sit back, relax and enjoy my Premier League predictions for match week 30. Here we go. We start off at Old Trafford. It is Manchester United against Everton. This one's going to be a tricky game. Sean Dyche's men, very hard to beat recently. But Man United, they're having a decent season, to be fair, under Erik ten Hag. Of course, it wasn't the start they wanted to the season. It got them a bit of time to get going. But now, going into next season, it looks promising for the Red Devils. And in this one, I think they'll get a 3-1 victory at home versus Everton, who really do need to get a few more points if they want to stay up. I do think they'll be fine in the end, though. Wolves versus Chelsea is the next game, and Chelsea, of course, they didn't end up sacking Graham Potter. Controversial decision. I don't think it was the right decision, but what do I know? Frank Lampard is going to be in there till the end of the season, see what he can do. On his return to Chelsea, I think he's going to pick up a 2-0 away victory at Wolves. Brentford against Newcastle is the next one. Now, Newcastle in midweek absolutely hammered the Hammers 5-1. I think it'll be a similar scoreline here, 4-1 to the Geordies against Brentford away. Brentford just had that really nice game against Brighton at the weekend and lost midweek to Manchester United. I think they put up a good test, but ultimately will fall short. Tottenham versus Brighton is the next match, and Brighton really pushing for that 5th place finish, aren't they? I think they could do it. A win here would definitely help their cause. Tottenham, however, they're in a bit of a sticky patch, really nothing to play for. Of course, Champions League, but they just don't seem like they're going to be moving anywhere, if you get what I mean. Bit disappointing from them. So for me, I'm going to back them to lose in this one. For me, for Spurs, it's all about next season now. Of course, Champions League and that to play for. But other than that, it's a bit bland. And it seems so repetitive with Spurs recently. So in this one, I'm going to say Brighton will get the 3 points away from home in a 2-1 away victory. Leicester City versus Bournemouth next. And this is a massive game for both teams because they are both in the relegation zone going in to kick off. Now, this one's going to be tricky. But I have gone for a Leicester 2-0 win. Just more quality. They did end up sacking Brendan Rodgers last week, another ex-Swansea City manager. Swans fan, of course. And Bournemouth, under Gary O'Neill recently, they've been quite underrated. They could surprise a few people here, and I wouldn't be too surprised. But I've gone with the backing of Leicester. Next up, we go to Fulham as they take on West Ham. Now, this one's going to be a tricky game. West Ham, of course, got the result on the weekend. However, midweek it wasn't to be against Newcastle. Fulham, of course, they've got an 8-game match ban for Alexander Mitrovic, and recently the performances, all the results haven't been too good for the Craven Cottage side. So in this one, I'm actually going to back the Hammers for a 1-0 away victory. Too excited about this game, as you can tell, losing my words. To Villa Park for the next game as Aston Villa take on Nottingham Forest. Now, Nottingham Forest really are in a sticky patch, aren't they? It's tough to see if they'll survive or not. I do think they'll be there or thereabouts. It'll be either 18th or 17th for me for Nottingham Forest. Tricky one to call. Aston Villa, they'll be absolutely fine. We know this. They're in the top half now, aren't they? They're doing amazing. They're flying under Unai Emery, and next season will be very interesting for the Birmingham-based club. In this one, though, I'm going to back the hosts, Aston Villa, for a 3-0 win, and we all know what's going to happen with Nottingham Forest after this. The rumours of Steve Cooper being sacked after the game, and then by the morning we'll know It's not happening. And that's the way it's always going to go, isn't it? I don't think it's going to be the right call if they do sack him. No one else for me would do a better job than Steve Cooper at Nottingham Forest at the moment. We've got like what 8 games, 30, 8 games to go after this one. No one else is going to do a better job than him. He knows the players. He can keep them up. He could send them down. It's in his hands, really. He's got so many quality players in that squad. See what he can do. Next up to Saints versus Man City. Now the Saints do look bound for the Championship next season. Man City, however, are trying to win the Premier League, of course, as we all know, hunting down Arsenal. And if they get a win here, they can put pressure on Arsenal, who play on the Sunday. And they are against Liverpool, sorry. Get my words mixed up too much today. It's just so exciting this match week, isn't it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But for this game anyway, I think Man City are going to absolutely hammer Southampton. 5-0 away victory for Man City. Next up is an interesting game, Leeds versus Crystal Palace. Now, both teams are high, lower, mid-table. However, they're only 2 or 3 points off the relegation zone each, so they've got to be careful. And you'd think if one of these sides win this game, they would probably be in the driving seat to survive. I can't separate the sides though. If anyone, I'd probably edge towards Leeds. But then Crystal Palace have their threats, of course. So I've gone for a 1-1 draw. I've sat on the fence. However, it could go either way, this one. And the final game to talk about is a massive one. Liverpool versus Arsenal. Now, we all know recently Liverpool haven't been too great. You know, they beat Manchester United 7-0 out the blue. And then what happened to them? Arsenal, on the other hand, absolutely flying at the top. But this is a no easy game against Liverpool, away as well at Anfield. It's a tricky one to predict. I think it's been like 11 years since Arsenal have won at Anfield. Could be wrong on that one in the league. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But I think they'll do it again here. 2-0 to the Arsenal. And hopefully they can win the Premier League, because it's just been a bit boring recently having Manchester City, Liverpool. I think the last team other than them to win it was Chelsea, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it'd be nice to have someone new win the Premier League other than recent years. And that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have, please drop a like and subscribe. As I already mentioned, follow the socials as well. I'm pretty sure they'll be linked in the description. If you haven't checked them out already, please do. And I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Until then, take care. Goodbye.